Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to install the clutch delay valve upgrade. This right here is the OEM one, and the difference after the switch was just amazing to me. I would argue that it's definitely the best bang for the buck you can get in terms of feel. So I highly recommend it. I will talk about the pros and cons later in the video, and the experience I've had with this. First of all, if you don't know, the clutch delay valve, it does pretty much what it says. It delays the engagement of the clutch. So if you're a sort of an average driver or below average even, this device will help you make the shifts more smoother. And the same goes if you're maybe an average or better driver than average, know what you're doing. It also makes you shifts the same way, because you get a massive loss of feel with the OEM one. You can't really tell what the clutch is doing. So with the upgraded one, you definitely know what's going on, more or less. I'm gonna cover that later. Yeah, this is what it looks like, and I'm going to show you where it's placed, how to change it, and the difference between them. So this is a close-up of what the OEM looks like, and let me tell you, the upgrade and the OEM one, they look absolutely identical on the outside. But if we take a look on the inside in this, you can see right there, you can hardly fit a pin in there or through. So the hole where the fluids go through, it's really restrictive. So yeah, I mean, it's very, very tiny. Now the upgraded one, like I said, it looks exactly like this, but with one big difference, and that is like the entire inner diameter of this is open. So that's the only difference. And I mean, you could probably take the OEM one and just drill it through. It would do the same. Of course, I wouldn't recommend it because I mean, you might get debris and stuff in the system, and that's not good. But yeah, that's the only difference between them. And yeah, so I'm going to show you how to mount it up. So in the case of the Z4, first off, you have this panel above me is for the engine, of course, and the second one you see here in plastic. That's the one that you want to remove. So I'm gonna remove that first of all. In typical BMW manner, it's like 1 billion bolts. They're all 8 millimeters. All right, so once you have gained access to this, you can see the slave cylinder up here in here, and here is the clutch delay valve, and as you can see, this is the upgraded one, and it looks exactly the same. Now what I did, I clamped down this hose right here, just to reduce the amount of brake fluid that pours out, and well, it sadly did basically nothing, because once I removed it, it just squirted out brake fluid all over. So I had a small bucket beneath, and it was a good amount that came out. Luckily, this operation takes like 5 seconds to perform, so I mean, no biggie right there. And the way you do it is here's the OEM one. And what I did, I took a small screwdriver like that, and I open it, and now it still sits in place like this. So you can just ready yourself, open it, and then I removed this hose, I removed the clutch delay valve, I put the new one in place on the pipe, I put the hose back in, and then I just locked it. It literally takes like 5 seconds to do it, so it's incredibly easy. Once you have done that, you're gonna want to bleed the system, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So let me see if I can show you. Right there you have a dust cover, and you remove that dust cover, you place a suitable hose on it, and then you release it with a small wrench. It's a 12 millimeter, and I sort of expected the brake fluid to just pour out, but it really didn't. It just it put like a couple of centimeters of brake fluid into the hose, and I could see a few very small bubbles came out like within the first minute or so. After that, it was basically done, but I let it sit for like 5 minutes just to be sure that there was no air left. And then I just tightened it back up, removed the hose, and back with the plate here, and you are done beneath the car. Right, so once you're done under the car, you want to make sure that your brake fluid is topped up. In my case, it was like around here somewhere, so not a massive amount that leaked out. But yeah, I just topped it up, and then I went into the cabin. Alright, so once you topped up with the brake fluid, you just want to make sure that the clutch pedal feels like it should. So just depress it and press it a couple of times and make sure it feels like it should. And then you're done. Okay, so we're done. The install, as you see, it's very easy to do yourself. The biggest hassle is getting the car up on a lift or a ramp and removing the plate beneath the car. That's basically the hardest part. Well, like I said before, in terms of feel, I would argue that this is the best bang for the buck. But before I get into that, I just want to do a comparison before and after. So, and I thought of this even before I upgraded it, that the problem or issue I've had with this car is like when I was like semi on it, like not pushing fully, but doing some spirited drive, so to say. Going from first to second, you had like a slight delay of, I don't know, like half a second, but it felt so incredibly slow and it was very annoying to me. So going like, and then you had to wait for like half a second, and then it would slot into gear. Going from second to third and so on wasn't an issue at all. It felt fine. It was only first to second. That was one issue. Also, going from I like to heel and toe, like everywhere, every time. So going from speed and to a halt, I would struggle getting it into first gear from second. Even like if I read much correctly, like perfectly, it didn't matter. So it would only slot into gear like when I was driving like 2 kilometers an hour, and there's no point then. So kind of annoying. Okay, so afterwards, once I have had upgraded the CDV, literally like reversing out of my driveway, I could feel the difference right away. Like it's so immense of a difference. Now I can't tell. I mean, I can't tell for everyone because I only tried it on this one, and this is a manual N54. So I mean, of course, it will work on a 335i or a 135i, or you know, whatever has a N54. But you can apply this to any car, of course. But I can only tell the difference in this car, so you're aware. But anyway, all of a sudden, after the upgrade, I could feel what the clutch was doing, and I like the entire gearbox felt so much better. I can't really explain it better than that, sadly. But I had a few things that I noticed for sure. Like I said, going from first to second, that was completely gone. So the delay was completely gone. It felt somehow more crisp and more smooth at the same time. So a huge improvement. And also going from second to first, no issues at all. And like I said, you can feel the clutch. So it's very, the OEM one was very inconsistent. So going from a standstill, just driving away, you could either do it perfectly, and then the second time you could do exactly the same thing, but then you would like stutter away, so the passenger would think, what the hell are you doing, stuff like that. And that inconsistency was completely gone. So now you know exactly what's going on, and it's way easier. If you fuck up, you know that it's your fault and not the car's. So yeah, huge improvement. I definitely recommend this. Yeah, I think that's it. Like, yeah, sadly, that's, like I said, that's the best way you can explain it. Best bang for the buck in terms of feel. So I mean, just go ahead and do it. It's so cheap. I think it was like $40 for the valve itself. And if you have access to a ramp, or just, I mean, go to your nearest service station or whatever, just do it. It's totally worth it, and you'll thank me later. All right, so that's it for now. Thank you. Bye. All right, so before I sign off, I just want to tell you that I'm gonna take a small break of about two years or so, because well, I'm probably going back to school. So this will probably be my last video for a good amount of time. But I will still read comments and stuff. I love to answer your questions. It's really fun. There's so little information about the E89 in general out on the internet. So if I can help someone, it just makes me happy. So if you have any questions, just fire away. And until then, stay safe. Bye.